Yes, lads, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Nottingham Forrest career mode. And first of all, Merry Christmas. I hope you've all had a really good Christmas period. I'm currently sat recording this on Boxing Day, so I'm missing some of these fantastic games that are on football right now, but the grind continues. It was a nice Christmas. I've enjoyed it. I hope you guys have as well, but we have a really important episode. Thank you very much for all the love on the first episode that went up. I'm excited about this career mode, and I'm excited for the challenge. I'm also very excited to be recording these in a classic style again. But yeah, we've got some business to do with Nottingham Forrest. Now, people have been suggesting players, and I thank you very much. Keep that coming. And we are about to enter January. So in this episode, we will sign at least one player. It could be more, but in my mind, we're at least signing one player in this episode. We have some pretty big games. You'll see there that we've managed to kind of continue what Nottingham Forest have been doing in real life. Yes, we struggled against Tottenham, which my big head is blocking. But overall, good results. They're winning right now. They're beating Villa right now 1-0 as I'm recording this as well. So maybe I got that correct. And then in this month, there's more winnable games for us. Wolves, Southampton and Bournemouth. So keeping this run of us being in the top 4 and fighting for Champions League football, which is wild, is very much on the cards in this episode. And just even the small thought or sniff at the fact that we would finish in this position is absolutely insane. But it's blowing my mind, because if we do finish in that position, all of a sudden, the work that we're going to have to do to this squad in order to even be successful to any degree in the Champions League is going to be difficult. But I am going to reap the rewards of the Champions League money, right? So if we do make it there, we're going to get that money, which would excite me. 56 million is what we have to spend in this window, and I'm not sure we spend. I don't want to mess with the squad too much. Things are obviously working well with the squad right now. They're performing for me. They're performing for Nuno. And to just completely mess with that, in my mind, this season seems stupid. But I do also want to start building for the future and kind of put my own stamp on the team. Because, of course, the style of football that Nuno's playing isn't the style of football I want us to play with Nottingham Forest for the entirety of this save. And I am at a complete loss on who the hell we should sell. Now, someone mentioned a backup goalkeeper, which I don't necessarily disagree with. I think someone for the future there at goalkeeper could be good. We do have Carlos Miguel, but I'm not sure he's going to do much. And Matt Sells is 32, although he had some unbelievable saves in the last episode. There is a lot of working areas we can do. I'm first of all going to list Willy Bolly. I can't list him. It doesn't matter. Willy Bolly isn't having his contract renewed, but there is a contract I do want to renew. Our first bit of business this episode is going to be Ola Aina. I think 28, 77 overall. As much as I want to get Neco Williams getting the game time because he's 23, I completely get that. And they both do have important squad role. Ola Aina is actually a really good player. He's performed well for them in real life. I think he scored the other day. I want to give this guy a new contract. I feel like keeping a player like this around the club is going to be good. Now I'm going to push for rotation. I knew he wouldn't take it because he's the highest overall right back. So why the hell would you take less than important? But I think if I could tie him down for another 3 years, that would probably be the most responsible thing for us to do here as manager of the club. And this is going to be an easy deal. I think we're going to get over the line. I'm actually going to offer him a little bit less than he's on in real life. I probably shouldn't say real life, I mean the game. I'm going to offer him 45 grand, so he takes a small pay cut, which he's more than happy to do. And that's a deal we get out of the way straight away. Also, yeah, I don't have bleach blonde hair in this game. It's just the game being the game. But now that that deal's done, I'm going to go and populate the shortlist for transfers for us and maybe see some of the key players that we might highlight to go for in this episode. Right, so we're slowly starting to populate this shortlist of players that we might potentially go for. And I am still completely unaware what I'm going to do. We have a lot of scout reports to come back that we're waiting for, so we will most likely get into the Wolves game, and we're going to get some offers coming in soon. But this is where we're at currently. I don't know what anybody's rated. Some of these are suggestions like Evan Ferguson and Terem Moffi, who I actually think could be really good because he's pacey. He's still pretty physical. I'm really liking the idea bringing in Moffi at this current moment in time. But a lot of it is going to depend on the finances that we have. Do we resurrect like a Calvert-Lewin? Do we bring Tammy Abraham? Finally, back to England. We're a team that might be playing European football. We're very much in the race for European football, so no one's out of the offering. Evan Ferguson, for me, is probably the most interesting because I think he's got the potential to be a very, very good player. He's not really getting the game time at Brighton. Under new management, we could bring him in, but also you could then question, would he get the game time with us? I think someone put that in the comments, and that's a really fair question because I don't know how much game time we could give Evan Ferguson right now. And then, I mean, I need to populate the midfield, the defense. But I do like this guy. Is it Belgrade or Belgrade? I don't know how you say his name. You guys will probably tell me. But he's looked good for Wolves, and Wolves are relegation fodder right now. So he could be a very good, hard-working central midfielder for us, which is exactly what I want in the team. And then Lafont was a wonder kid for years. I'm not sure he is anymore. Could he be someone we bring in and kind of resurrect that? I don't know. These are all options. And I'm going to continue to fill this list with more and more options as this window goes on. And then try and come up with what our best action is in terms of the players we should definitely bring in. And then players that might even just be ones that we go for in the summer. But of course, with the window being open, we're going to start to receive offers. We've got 13 million for Jota Silva, who I actually really liked the times I used him in that episode. He gave us something different to Elanga, so I'm going to reject that one straight off the bat. I don't want him to go, and we'd be screwed without Sells. We would literally be screwed without Sells, so we're going to reject Fulham on that one. Now, this is quite an interesting one because Brighton have come in for Taiwo. It's not like they don't want more strikers in their team. When they go, Welbeck, João Pedro plays a lot up top, Jorginho Ruta in behind. Taiwo would be a physical player that maybe could knock the ball on for people, maybe a presence in the box that they're looking for. I don't know, but I aren't attached to Awoni. I'm just not. And I don't know if a trade here for Evan Ferguson would make sense. It would mean that Evan Ferguson in our team would get a lot more games. So I'm actually going to go in here and negotiate. And if they're willing to open up these negotiations and bring Evan Ferguson into the deal, I'm going to be a man that's happy. So we're going to go in there. Because you see, they've got João Pedro, they've got Danny Welbeck and Evan Ferguson. They've got 3 strikers. I feel like Evan Ferguson isn't playing for them, so they're looking for somebody different. Awoni could be that guy. I'm guessing Herzl's thinking that. So I'm going to try and bring in Evan Ferguson. And I want to change the fee, though. How do I... With this fee, is this what I pay or what they pay? That is the problem. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be bringing this down or not, because it was originally an offer. I don't know what to do here. I'm going to go 2.5. Look, we're just freeballing this. And... no, they don't want to do it. I feel like they would have been open to that if I'd have just bloody understood if it was our transfer fee that needs clearing up. Is it us who's paying that fee or is it them? Sorry, I'm buying the mic, but I'm really confused. I think we're going to go back in and try and do that deal with Brighton after this Wolves game. Now, I'm always under the impression that it is the... Lamina scored 3 goals in the last 3 games. Okay, fair enough. We'll keep an eye out for him as they're trying to push out of the relegation zone here. And they're on their way. They've actually played really well in this simulation. Obviously, they're not doing that in real life. Gary O'Neill gone now. But yeah, I was always under the assumption whichever team comes in for the bid, comes in for the deal, is the one paying the transfer fee. And they came in to pay the transfer fee. That's why I lowered it. But then I'm feeling like that wasn't the case. That would have been the transfer fee that we would have paid, which in that sense, I would have been happy to put more money than that on top to get Evan Ferguson. It's hard to understand because it doesn't tell you which team is paying the fee. But yeah, man, I'm not going to dwell on that because we're in a good spot. We have a good team, and I'm hoping to punish Wolves here and try and get a win. Got a Langer in space then, early on. Pull it back. Whip that. Whip that. Wood! Whip it! Oh, God, that was a hard header, wasn't it? That was a hard header. Lamina, watch out for him. He's scored a lot recently. How's he squeezed that one through the legs? Sells saving Forrest once again. I can't let them win headers. That was too easy for them. Oh, that nearly went all the way through. Can I whip that one up for Woods? I might have timed that perfectly. Why is Totti doing that? Oh, okay. That nearly went really well for us. We just don't have enough bodies going forward, but Totti nearly messed that right up. I just don't feel like we've had the help needed coming forward in this game. We've really struggled to move the ball forward. That kind of pass ain't going to help either. Like, is this been a poor first half? I think the biggest thing in this is we've done it all season long, right? We don't concede, and then we'll sneak in with a goal. I feel like this is the way the game's going. Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi. Has he got a ball in there to Chris Wood? He has. Chris Wood hold it up. Use his strength. Chris Wood uses his strength and scores. And just like that, I'd said it. Just moments before, this is what we're good with Nottingham Forrest. They kind of have dominated possession. They've been in charge of the game. We are going to win opportunities. We have pace out on the wings. And Chris Wood so far has been near enough perfect in front of goal. That's what's making it so hard to even come up with a replacement for him. He holds off his defender perfectly and finds the back of the net perfectly. And we get to head in at half-time in a perfect situation because we have one goal in the lead. And this is just a perfect way for us to be going in for a half-time cup of tea. Is the fact that we're now on top in this game and Wolves are going to chase us, and we play so much better when teams are chasing the game. Okay, early sub then for Wolves, and it's the guy that we're looking at. But right back? Is he going to play it right back, or are they going to move somebody? I don't believe the AI is smart enough that they're going to move somebody else around, so I actually think he's going to come on and play it right back, which is not his best position. God, we don't want to concede early here. Oh, that was perfect, though. Oh, my God, that's wide. That was absolutely pristine for Wolves. They're probably not going to get a better chance this game. That was, I mean, maybe Sells rushing out put him off. That was on a plate for them. We need to settle this game back down again. Right now, that inside to Hudson. Hudson then, tried to play the 1-2. Oh, Hudson stole it. That is brilliant. Hudson-Odoi trickles it back. Chris Wood for 2. Oh, he's put it wide. He's put it wide. That probably would have put the nail in the coffin in this game. And Chris Wood puts it wide. How close was that? I'll tell you what, it was great work, wasn't it, from Hudson-Odoi, but how far off is that from Wood? It is quite a bit. He's not the best at getting curl on shots. So let's make some subs then. Let's freshen up the legs to some degree. I don't actually know who I want to bring off and who I want to bring on, because everyone's really performing well. I think we need to freshen up the back line just a tiny bit, get Yates in there. Experience for Ward-Prowse, who's had a good game, to be fair. I'm actually liking James Ward-Prowse. We're probably going to use him a bit more. And let's get Taiwo in. Whether he is here by the next game, who knows? But I'm going to keep giving him game time. He's had impacts off the bench. And if he can have another one, that would be good. See if we can get something going here now. Dominguez with the shot. It would have been a rocket again with another shot. Johnston saves it. The second shot was way weaker. Can't say I've been good from corners so far in this save, but that's not a bad one towards Taiwo. Oh, he's put it beyond the post. That's a great ball up to Taiwo. And he now going out wide. Wants Hudson to make a run inside. He got it from Hudson. Hudson-Odoi now. What's he doing? What's he doing? Hudson-Odoi there. Did they stand up in the water or something? What happened with the weather effects? I cannot believe that Hudson-Odoi just left that behind him. He ran too quick. He chant. Oh, that was a bit reckless. I thought we'd got away with it for a second. This is a good spot. No time left on the clock. They're going to score this here. Lamina. Oh, he scored a few in his last few. Kuna. Oh, gets the second. He's put it wide. Oh, we have escaped in this game. That is a stroke of luck. It was actually Sells, I think, who saved that. That is a stroke of luck. And all we have to do now is hold on to the football. And this will be another big result for us. 1-0 it is then, boys. I take it. This is how we play. This is how we play football. And do you know what? This is a results business. That's what this is. And we're getting results right now. We're also seeing some offers now come in for players that are definitely on the fringes in the team. So players like Lewis O'Brien here, we're just going to accept them. I don't think I'll probably show all of them, but yeah, we're going to move players like that out of the club, obviously. I'm starting to question if we should be moving him out of the club. He's got a second offer now, Monaco and Feyenoord in for O'Brien. So a bit of time's gone past, and then I've decided to go back in for Evan Ferguson, and the player is not for sale at the minute. The team doesn't have enough depth, but we were just about to do that deal. To be fair, if we'd have just sold Taiwo, they would have had more depth in that position, and then we might have been able to get that deal done. So it looks like, as things stand right now, Evan Ferguson will not be joining us. And after getting a better look at him, 75 overall, he would have been really good for us. And he'd have grown a lot. The next game, though, for this Nottingham Forest team is going to be against Luton. And we're actually going to sim this one. I'm not that interested about the Cubs this season. And oh my God, I can't believe we lose this. We still put out a really strong squad. And with the same amount of shots Luton Town are going to do to us what we normally do to teams. But I really couldn't care less about being out of the cup. The fact that this team has the chance to have European football is so much bigger. The first sale of the club, though, is going to be Lewis O'Brien, and he's finally going to leave. And he chose Feyenoord in the end. So it was the first bid that we got. He chose not to go to Monaco. and to head to Holland instead. Next up then is Liverpool though. And we're at the City ground, so it has to be a fortress, but I've had to rotate this team. Good news for us, Danilo is back, but he's having to play at centre-back today because nobody else is fit at centre-back, which is really frustrating with that cup game midweek. We're having to play Silva out on the right-hand side, but I don't have a problem with that. Apart from that, Danilo coming into the back line, this is actually still a super strong side. To me, in my mind, this is a free hit. Let's just see what result we get against Liverpool. Liverpool, of course, fighting for a title. Salah coming out as there. That's great for Moreno. We do need another left-back. We need to have some help there for Moreno. But he's done brilliantly there against Salah then. Are they going to go short? They're not. Oh, that's a good ball in, but Gibbs-White is equal to it, and we're going to actually get to break away here a bit. We're not. Van Dijk has 99 strength. He is a man not to be trifled with. You're not going to out-strengthen him today. That is frustrating for me. I feel like we'd have broken away if we'd have won that. God, I'm struggling to find space for anyone, although I've got that into Wood. But then back out to Gibbs-White. He's got to be making more runs as Gibbs-White. We don't get him involved in games enough. Oh, we've been undone it. Jota surely is going to go in for Salah. Or go alone. That makes it even worse. Firing off a shot there. That's a big save. I think that might have been Harvey Elliott. Yeah, it was. That was a good shot. We saved it. We're still in this one. I take it. 20 minutes in, right? We've not conceded. We've had a good defensive record this season, though. So, expect us to be firm in this one also. Dominguez. Trying to get that one over. I'm just not really having good luck at slipping anything in behind against Liverpool, which... usually their biggest problem is the high line. It's not been a problem in this game for them so far. Oh, that was too good. That was too good. That was just nice. Mohamed Salah makes it 1-0 for Liverpool. Milinkovic stole that for the first time. Hudson-Odoi is going to break. Can he get Gibbs-White in there? He can. Gibbs-White, good footwork from him. But he's up against Virgil van Dijk. Hudson-Odoi made the same run as him. That made that a little bit more difficult. Hudson-Odoi now. Found space. Go for it, Hudson. It's a good shot. Great save from Alisson. It's going to be half-time. I believe that's our first shot of the game going in at half-time. Something needs to change in the second half. Or we're definitely not going to be coming home with a win in this one. I don't even know what it is that needs to change because we're just finding them actually way more compact than I ever thought Liverpool would play. They're still as deadly on the break. We're just defending really well. Dominguez. Early into the second half. Puts that one into Gibbs-White. That was good footwork from Gibbs. That was great footwork. Slide it in. Couldn't get it in. We'll take a corner. Let's see if we can do something from a corner. Never mind. It was a free kick. And I'm just not sure I'm good at these, but I am going to give it some. It's not a bad ball in. If that was somebody else up against Kanate, that could have been dangerous. Oh, no. Gakpo slid inside. That's a great save. Has he given a penalty? This isn't a penalty. This is trailing leg. I don't think that this was a penalty. This could be two. I feel like this is how Tottenham went. Now, you see, Gakpo gets his shot off and then makes contact with Milinkovic, who, yes, has slid, but Gakpo can get out. Just frustrating. How often do you save a Salah penalty? I don't feel like it's very often, but we do this time. Oh, my God. Save the secondary. Get to that. Oh, what a save from Sells. Pick it up. Pick it up. What a man he is. Genuinely, I don't know a better man right now. Let's make some changes then and see if this will help us. I'm going to bring on Anderson and I'm going to make Gibbs-White the right midfielder. Bit of pace out on the right. Let's try and get him involved a bit more. Gibbs-White now. Good footwork from Gibbs-White. He's really silky on the ball. Wood. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Gibbs-White then. Back across. That's a great touch from Yuri Yates. Oh my God, I ended with it back with Woods and I just couldn't do anything. I thought I'd cut that pass out there. This is better though. We need to kick up a notch because we saved that penalty. Momentum could go our way now. Oh, here we go. Go on then, Wood. Oh, is that a good enough ball? It's not. The problem is that today, right? You are up against Virgil van Dijk and he just steps up at the right time. He's got the right strength. He's like my kryptonite in this match. Oh no. Jota still pulls it back to Salah. Well blocked, Ward-Prowse. It's been a really tough defensive performance. Oh my God. If that's onside, that is a superb goal. Again, there's just at some point, there's no stopping certain stuff. You ain't going to stop that. We've given this game a fair fight, but Liverpool deserve it. Anything at this stage would just be consolation, but Chris Wood might be in for that consolation. And then look at that again. Look at that recovery from Robertson. This back line for Liverpool is scary. I hate to throw in the towel, I don't think we're getting anything from this one, boys. And this was a free hit. But we kind of knew that Liverpool were just a bit too good for us there. And that's fine. Well, big bid coming in now then for one of our star players. And that's Hudson-Odoi. But unless it is a big side, there's no way we're letting him go. I really need to keep him in the team. He's by far one of the better players. And he would leave a huge hole. I don't know how we would perform if we didn't have him in the team. Now, I am noticing with players coming back from injury that we have a little bit of an issue at centre mid. Because we've got Sangare coming back, Yates, Dominguez, and now Danilo. So at some stage, we're going to have to figure out which players we want there, because we've also been playing James Ward-Prowse a bit deeper. There's game time for Elliot Anderson as well. So we actually have way too many midfielders right now, and I need to figure out at some stage what we're going to do. I think the best thing for me to do right now, though, is to try and move Elliot Anderson to play as Cam. And luckily for me, it's only going to take 2 weeks, so he could easily be the Cam backup. Another player going to be exiting the club then as well, lads, is going to be Willy Bolly. We said we weren't going to time up. He's going to go back to Wolves, right? He played at Wolves. I'm sure he did. But we have Southampton next in the league. This is a great opportunity to get over that Liverpool game and get another 3 points. I'm continuing to fill the list up. I'm actually going to try Elliot Anderson on the left in this one because he can play that position. I've now slowly started adding plans onto players. Mainly, I'm adding them to Chris Wood to try and slow it down because he's going to go down massively in overall rating if we don't do that. Now, I am fully expecting 3 points in this one. If we don't get 3 points in this one, I'll be pretty disappointed. Now, we played Wolves and they are slowly coming out of their position. Southampton are the very opposite. They are not coming out of their position. They are absolutely awful still. So this should be one of those games that we pick up the points, as Chris Wood should be scoring that. I thought that was going to nestle in the back of the net easily. Now, I have done a Southampton rebuild, so I know how poor this team actually is in terms of the Premier League for Southampton. So there's no way we shouldn't have a good performance. But they do have a man out wide that I've been looking at. And that's Tyler Dibley. I think he could be great. Go on then, Moreno. Pulls it inside. Oh, that might have worked. It did work. Alanga with a shot. Well blocked. I'm trying to break them down early. I want to make this one a bit more comfortable than that Wolves game. Alanga slides it into Gibbs-White. Good footwork from Gibbs-White. Fires off the shot. Forced Ramsdale into another big save. Maybe he should have tried the finesse there. Gibbs-White does have that in his locker. So maybe I should be trying that finesse a little bit more. That's a great corner. Sugawara nearly put that in the back of his own net. Whip another one in with pace. Again, same recipient, but we couldn't get him on it right now. So Alaina there. Alanga pulls it back. Oh, trying to fire it into Wood. Oh, Alanga. Oh, my God. What a save from Ramsdale. I should have passed that back across, definitely. I definitely want to be dominating teams a little bit more, especially teams like Southampton. So this is a really shining performance so far, and that's a great ball into Chris Wood. Ramsdale saved it with the legs. Oh, my God. Ramsdale showing just really what he can do. And I like Ramsdale. I'm not going to lie, but he's performing well in this game. Minguez. To Alanga. Go on then, Alanga. Nice run. Am I going to have room to pull that into Wood? I am! Wood pokes it home! That is why he's in the team. The man is an absolute poacher. I don't care if he's got 40 pace. He doesn't need the pace. Chris Wood at it again. Domination showing through. This is exactly what we need. I want more, though, from this. I want us to go on now, push on, score some more goals. Ramsdale's been great so far, but this is what we need. Alanga did great to just pick out Wood, and he just pokes it home. He's a man on absolute fire this season. I think he's the potential could be the top goal scorer in the league. Gibbs-White's in a bit of space there. Go on then, Gibbsy. Go on then, Gibbs-White. Go on then, Gibbs-White. Oh, finally. Sensational for Morgan Gibbs-White. 2-0 Nottingham Forrest. Southampton, enjoy the championship. It's lovely down there. As a Leeds fan, we all know. We all know this is like a little bit of revenge for me being a Leeds fan. But what a finish with the Travella from Gibbs-White. Stunning. No saving that for Ramsdale. There's just no physical way that he could have saved that. Brereton Diaz charging forward now, though. Southampton looking to get one back. Oh, Armstrong. Oh, my God. They get one back just before the half. Instantly, Southampton now trying to make a game of this. And at half-time, it's going to be 2-1. Go on then, Wood. Oh, I thought that was going to work. Oh, it has worked. Oh, he handled it. Oh, man, imagine if we didn't have handball on there. Chris Wood would have been clean through. I don't think in that situation either, if he's clean through, that he doesn't score. I don't see a world where that doesn't happen. Armstrong there. Oh, my God. Great tackle, Milinkovic. They've made a sub. Maxwell Cornet on the pitch now for them. Anderson. Ooh, slides that one outside to Chris Wood. Chris Wood then. Inside. Good footwork. Chris Wood. He don't have that in him. Should have sweated it to Elanga. What a mistake. He tried it, though. Fair play to Chris Wood. Tried to create something special. Tried to score something special. And it just didn't come off this time. Anderson now been given space. Oh, Anderson still. Oh, that's a foul, surely. It is. But we don't have the man we need on the pitch. It's going to be Elanga taking this one. I'm hoping I got the power right. I'm going to see if we could do it. I hit red. I didn't even hit green. There's one thing about Maxwell Cornet coming on, and that is the lad does have raw pace. And that was a great ball over to Barrington Diaz. We've got to deal with that better. Dominguez looks it into Yates. Yates now looking for somebody on. He's going to get it over to Elanga, surely. Elanga touch and fires. Oh, what a goal. There we go. Restore the 2-goal advantage. I feel for Southampton. They've actually played really well. But Elanga, he's key for us. Also, he's going to find the back of the net. He's going to make it 3-1 and going to make this a bit comfortable. Yates with a big charging run. And that's a perfect pass to Elanga. And that's just going to give me some freedom to make some subs just to kind of see this game out now. That's how it's going to end as well. 3-1. They did have a few chances towards the end of the game, but we were defensively sound as you would expect from us. That is one of the best victories so far this season. But it is against Southampton, who are rock bottom and near enough already relegated. Now, one position we've really been lacking in is left back. So I'm going to go in for Ryan Sessegnon here. I think the key to this is he's not going to be that expensive. He's going to be about, let's say, 8 million if I could try and get this one over the line. He's still only 24. He's English. I feel like the career hasn't gone how anyone expected it to go. He had a lot of promise, and I feel like maybe he can realize that here, like other players like Hudson-Odoi and Elanga are doing. We kind of do like a failed wonder kid at Nottingham Forrest, so he's going to play backup right now to Moreno, which I'm hoping he's going to be okay with that, and he is. So the fact that this man will take rotation as well just seals this deal even more for me. And just like that, the first signing of the Yorkiemann era is here, and it is Ryan Sessegnon. He's going to be taking up the number 2, and I hope he really does turn his career around at Nottingham Forest. I think a real plus as well for Sessegnon is he can play left midfield, so versatility to me is a very, very good thing to have in a player, and he has it in abundance. Next up in the league, though, for us is going to be taking on Bournemouth, and I've decided that this will be a sim. That means 2 sims this month, and we played 3 of the games as well. I think just because it's been such a busy month, this means that we will be able to get through this month. I'm expecting a good result, and I'll take a point. Yates getting sent off, though. What is he playing at? 0-0 against Bournemouth. Obviously, some of the results in this episode, though, has seen us slip out of the top 4. But only down into 5th, and with a little bit of a cushion between ourselves and Fulham. And let's not be stupid, Forest fans would snap your absolute arm off if you said to them that they can finish 5th this season. That's Europa League football, and a huge step in the right direction for the club. So I am more than happy to finish in 5th, or 6th, or even 7th. Just get European football. That would be huge. I tell you what's also huge, how well Sells is doing for this club. 9 clean sheets, 23 matches. I know it only says 6 goals conceded. The stats are completely skewed in the live start points, which is really frustrating because obviously Sells has conceded a lot more than 6. But yeah, we will take it. We will take it. 9 clean sheets in 23 matches is good. Now with us reaching deadline day, I'm hoping we can get one more deal done. And I feel like I really wanted to bring in a striker, and that hasn't changed. But really, I want to bring in Evan Ferguson. Like, I really think this is a good deal for us, but they're not willing to sell him right now. And it's become a bit of a problem. They definitely wouldn't loan him either. And I just feel like, are we going to pick somebody else for no reason? I am still keen on Tammy Abraham, but we need his loan to be done at Roma. I've also really considered Moffey too, because he looks really good. 91 pace, 79 shooting. He's physical, 76, so he's still got some of that strength. I like him. I think he could be really good. I think he suits us. But again, I'm in the same position right now where I'm like, do I rock the boat? Finesse shot on this man as well, guys. Like, literally finesse shot on this man. I just don't know if I rock the boat right now, because you can easily look from the outside looking in and say, well, you're doing extremely well right now. So I kind of feel like we might leave the squad as it is and then just have a really big build in summer. We knew left back was something we couldn't leave, but I think let's see it out with Wood. let's see it out with Taiwo because he hasn't left. He's ended up staying. And let's just move forward with the team we've got. Yes, I would love one of these big signings, but let's carry the budget that we've got over to next season. I feel like that's the most realistic thing for us to do as well. And then have a really big summer building a team for Europe. I feel like that makes more sense than just spending 20 million now on a player that realistically we wouldn't give that much game time this year because there's no way I'm not using Chris Wood. After all, the man is in 4th place for top goals this season. Like, legit. He's got 13 goals. He's a goal behind Erling Haaland. Do you think that I'm playing somebody else? Then you are crazy. Plus, this does give us more time as well to scout for different players that we might want. And there could be tons of different potential players out there. We might still land at an Evan Ferguson. We might still land at Moffy in the summer. But yeah, I feel like right now, let's just stick with what we've got. But that's going to be it for this episode, lads. Thank you very much for watching. I am excited to see what we could do in the rest of the season with the team. I'm excited to see how Ryan Sessegnon gets on. We've still got a lot of decisions to make in players leaving this club. And just hoping now and praying that we can keep this form going and get Champions League football. That would be massive. But thank you all for the support. Much love. I hope you have a great Christmas. The episodes, obviously, around this Christmas period will be a bit more sporadic because I am working a ton and there's just so many events and stuff going on. You know, so many family occasions going on. So, yeah, it's making it a lot more difficult to sit down and get things recorded. But, yeah, I hope you had a great Christmas. I hope you have a great New Year. And let's keep marching forward here with Nottingham Forrest.